The state auditor has finally been able to issue a report on the spending associated with the failed impeachment of Attorney General Ken Paxton, but some aren't so sure everything's been reported. This is Monday, March 24th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State, the Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, I hope you had a nice weekend. Thanks for starting off your week with the Texas Minute. Coming up, find out how Democrats in the GOP-dominated chamber are using their new power to silence conservatives. That story in about 2 minutes. Attorney General Ken Paxton has successfully blocked a Biden administration rule that aimed to impose specific requirements on foster care providers regarding the affirmation of children's so-called gender identities. At issue was a rule promulgated by the Biden administration last year that would have conditioned federal funding for foster care programs nationwide on their acceptance and promotion of LGBTQI+ identities among children in their care. The rule created a new category of foster children based solely on their gender status or identity. Texas sought to block the rule, arguing it would force a radical reshaping of the state's foster care system, jeopardizing the welfare of children and undermining state authority. Last week, a federal court found that the rule violated the Administrative Procedure Act, noting that Texas would suffer irreparable harm if the rule were to be implemented. The Houston Independent School District has introduced a new teacher evaluation system in an effort to improve classroom performance. The Teacher Excellence System will categorize teachers based on their performance. The system is structured around 4 weighted components. Those are quality of instruction, student academic outcomes, planning and professionalism, and campus action plan. According to district officials, teachers' salaries will be linked to their evaluation scores. The proposed pay scale is $62,000 annually for those rated as unsatisfactory. After that, between $67,000 and $70,000 a year for those rated as progressing, $78,000 to $84,000 for teachers deemed proficient, and $88,000 to $92,000 a year for anyone rated as exemplary. Republican Brian Harrison's microphone was cut off by a Democrat subcommittee chairman when the legislator objected to what he says is a breach of Texas House rules. The issue involves allegations that a $5 billion appropriation was discussed without a recording having been made. According to Harrison, this violated Texas House rules. There are supposed to be audio and video recordings of public committee hearings, formal meetings, or work sessions. These must then be made available to the public via the internet. Yet that didn't happen in the subcommittee chaired by Houston Democrat Armando Wally. Harrison serves on this particular subcommittee, and he said no recordings were made on March 5th, 6th, and 12th for a total of more than 15 hours as the subcommittee decided on how to spend more than $5 billion in the taxpayers' money. When Harrison pressed the issue as violating the chamber's rules, Wally cut off the lawmaker's microphone. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Are Texans playing the lottery, or is the lottery playing Texans? The Texas Lottery has been plagued by scandal ever since its inception. Corrupt vendors, illegal ticket sales, overseas payouts, rigged jackpots. Once again, in 2025, the Texas Lottery is making national headlines for all the wrong reasons. Will this latest scandal finally sink the rogue agency? Will Texas lawmakers leash the lottery or abolish it altogether? One thing is clear, the game is rigged.
Available to watch now.
More than 18 months after Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick first requested an audit of the costs of the failed impeachment of Attorney General Ken Paxton, a report has finally been issued. According to the Office of the State Auditor, taxpayers were billed more than $5.1 million. More than $4 million of that was spent by the House on outside lawyers alone. Lieutenant Governor Patrick applauded the release of the records, calling the expenses, quote, a complete waste of money. Yet a review of records by Texas Scorecard finds that more than $1 million in additional payments were made by the Texas Legislative Council to law firms involved in the House's investigation of Paxton, raising questions about whether all of the costs have fully been accounted for in the audit. The official audit only shows less than $4,000 in supplies attributed to the Legislative Council. You can find the details of this story and all the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. If you enjoyed the Texas Minute, please give us a rating and share the show with your friends. This edition was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Sidney Henry, Michael Wilson, Will Biagini, and Brandon Waltons. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Have a great day.